All right, welcome. Here's Dave. He's got a shoulder issue, and we're going to take him through first the Fab 6, which is the basic core exercises, see what we find. And for those of you who are in the system and bought the package, if we take them into other techniques, we'll actually show those too. So the goal here is to show you guys out there that we can get this stuff typically fixed with just the basic exercises or reduced, and then show him how to progress it into one dimension. So quick questions here. You said it's your shoulder. Which shoulder is it?
My left shoulder.
All right, so hopefully you guys can hear a little bit. I can repeat. Left shoulder. And how long has it been hurting now?
Well, I had originally had rotator cuff surgery in 2006, so it's always had a little bit of irritation since then, but it's been exacerbated in the last, let's say, 6 months.
All right, so in the last 6 months it's been exacerbated. So do you know a motion that absolutely hurts it?
Absolutely.
Okay, do it.
See, it's actually a yoga thing we do every day.
Okay.
Just pulling this up, just straight up. When they say bring your arms up over your head, then it's always like this circular motion.
Okay, but
there's a click and it hurts.
There's a click. Okay, so put it back down. All right, do one at a time for me.
Okay.
And now the other one. Can you go further?
Sure.
And just because he brought this motion up, I'm not going to turn it anymore. Can you bend your elbow and do that same thing? And just go up like that? All the way up. All the way up if you can.
That's it.
Can you go higher? That's okay if you can't. Good. Now do this arm just to make sure what it looks like. So you just put your arm like this and come up. As high as you can. Good. Now try the other one.
Chicken wing, right?
Yep. Okay, so that doesn't go up as high, correct?
Correct.
All right, so what I did is I took his motion that he knows, I just tweaked it a little bit, which you learned through the program, and I made it look something that I can see when it changes also with him. So I'm going to go over to the form here. It's going to be a dual process. I'm going to go over to the form, and I'm going to show you guys where I record that, because that's different than any of the 6 things. So he's got shoulder. Find the motion that's harder left side versus right, and that's bent, elbow, arm raise, out to side, and it's left. And Dave, on a scale of 1 to 100, 100 being really bad and stuff, how much difference would you say there was?
Between the right and the left?
Yeah.
I'd say probably 35, 40%. Okay,
so we'll give it a 40 just to make it a bigger issue. And that's when you did the bent one. When you did the bent one.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. So fair enough. So that's what that looks like. And now let's go back over and talk to Dave. Now we could just do the simple thing and just have him simply go over to this side and treat it out. But let's take a look at his full body to see whether the cause is coming from this or whether maybe we are going to see something more substantial in another part of his body. So Dave, you've known some of these from years ago that I've added a couple, but will you just go ahead and do your arm raise straight up? And so now, Dave, all we do is I'm going to take you through the 6, and you're going to tell me which one gives you the most problem. Okay. Doesn't mean it's going to give the shoulder the problem, but which one shows you more asymmetry left side versus right.
Okay.
Go ahead and the other one.
Left
yep,
side?
Left one too. Got it? Good. Put it down. Put your hands on your belly. Twist around as far as you possibly can, whichever direction you want to start with. No. One as far as you can, and keep trying to go.
Okay.
Just feel what the journey feels like. Keep trying to go. Got that? Now compare that to the other side. Okay. Which one was harder? Maybe doesn't have as much range of motion. You felt more as you did it.
I think the right is more challenging.
Gotcha. So as of right now, is the trunk worse or the shoulders worse as far as difference left versus right?
The shoulders worse.
Okay, good. Turn your body facing that way. Put your leg down, out. Okay, lift it up. You're allowed to lean back as you do it. Just don't hold on to anything. Good. Now try the other one. Very nice. Which one's harder?
Let me do it one more time.
All right, fair enough. Boy, that looks a lot better when, 2 years ago, 3 years ago when I treated you.
The right's better, the left is more compromised.
Yeah, and his left looked heavier, just a little bit more kind of thing. Now, turn around and let's do the one-legged sit to stand.
Oh boy, I forgot that one. Show that one again. It's been a while.
Oh yeah, no problem. Here, step aside for a second. And you can either have your leg front here. I like it behind, and I'm just going to come up. and down. And then I do the other leg.
Okay. One behind the other?
If that's the way your body prefers it. I won't need you to have the leg up though, that's behind you.
Back leg up, right?
Yeah. And back down.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Okay, good. Now I'm going to show you two more that we've since had. So stand up for me. I think you may have done one of these, but let me just move the chair. So what you're going to do, face the wall.
Yep.
It's just a wall press. So it's a weight-bearing arm thing, which you probably, and I'm going to get away enough. I'm not trying to do a lot. What I'm trying to do is take my body all the way to it. All right.
So about this far away?
Yep, that looks good.
Here.
Yep.
And just
All the way to the wall. Good. Now the other one. Problematic?
yes.
Okay. Got it? Now I'm going to make you come over here, Dave, and I'm going to make you do this from, and I'll come back and show you guys here in 1 second. I'm going to make you do it from this post and go. You can be closer now. You can even have 1 foot in front and get the motion down and feel that. And then come over here and the same thing.
Okay.
And so I will show you guys. I've got a post in the studio here that is kind of like doing it in a doorway of just a doorway. And so what this allows him to do is allows him to go all the way through. And then he's testing this for all full motion, because when you're against the wall, you only get just so far, boom. And so your hands only bend about this much. Okay, but when I go through the doorway, it goes like that. Get a bit of difference, Dave?
Yeah, very big.
Okay, very big. He just said very big. Because of everything we've done so far, and him to say very big, probably leads me to the idea that's probably where we'll start. Okay. And I'll reset up the cameras here a little bit so he can do it. But one last one, Dave, is you're going to do the toe reach, which is just bending the leg you're standing on and kind of reaching a little bit.
Okay.
You can come over here and do it.
Okay.
And you can touch the wall. So take the one you're standing on, bend it, and just don't worry about reaching at all. Just worry about bending that knee and that ankle.
Okay.
Touch the wall.
Okay.
Keep the other one straight.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Yep, and now the other one. Good. So, was the most significant one, was which one?
The 6?
Yeah, of the 6. The post, okay. So that's the arm press. That's a weight-bearing arm. So let me come back over, and I'm going to show you where on the form I put that. And that is the one exercise, Dave, you haven't ever seen. Yes, so I've come over here, I've done the arms, and that is the arm press forward. Hard side was left. How bad was that, Dave? Scale 1 to 100.
In terms of the difference between the two?
Yeah, difference between the two we'll use it as, or just think of the hard one and just think how hard that one was.
60.
60, okay. All right, so we are now going to bring that 60 down, and we're going to treat it. Now, give me a second, and I'll set up the camera so that you guys can see that working. So, Dave, and I'll repeat because you're not going to be able to hear them all the way over here. How come this is an issue now? I mean, why are you coming to me now? All of a sudden now you're noticing it when you're sleeping. What's going on?
A few things. One is I started doing some weight work, some weights again.
Okay, so you guys came over, he started doing some weights again?
And I noticed it a little bit, and then 2 things happened. One is it's been progressively worse.
And it gets progressively worse, and is getting progressively worse rather than getting better.
The last 2 weeks, I've been with very close friends who had surgery done within short within 48 hours of their surgery, and I don't want to go through that.
Gotcha. And then he's also saying that he's got friends that had surgery, and he has no desire to do that because they had the similar thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to set him up on my other camera so that you guys can all see him. Come on over, Dave.
Okay.
And this was the bad one. Just test it one more time. And again, you can go through
Okay.
if you want to. And then all you're going to do is you're going to treat over here by doing reps of them.
Okay.
And again, if you want your foot in front, go for it.
Take left first.
Yep, just left foot first to test. And again, you can make it harder by putting both feet together.
Okay.
But just get closer to the wall if you do that. Got it?
Yeah, a lot of pain.
Okay, good. Now go ahead and do this one. You've got a couple choices. You can hold it into end range and keep trying to go a little further, or you can do reps of this. Which would you like to do?
I'll do some reps.
Reps. So I say, do 10 of them if you can get them. All the way
If
through.
I get full extension, am I coming back? Or?
You won't. You won't. It's more about getting more of the, it's more about getting that. Getting the end range of that part. So what's nice about this is that what we're getting here is we're getting with these 6 motions, we're getting an arm raise that's non-weight bearing, arm press that's weight bearing. We're getting a trunk twist to test the spine motions. We're getting a leg raise that's non-weight bearing, and we're getting 2 other leg exercises that's weight bearing. So what we're testing basically are the shoulders, the spine, the hips, the knees, and the ankles. Everything else just dangles off. So.
Okay. It's been probably 12, 13.
Okay, good. That's good.
Okay.
And we'll rest,
Okay.
and then we'll go test it again.
Good.
And so hopefully this is just as easy as it gets for you.
Okay.
And I think the other thing over there, we could do legs. We've done legs with him before, and he's got some other leg stuff. So for the first visit, we may not.
Okay.
But we might go test the legs after this and see if they're better.
Want to try again?
Yep, one more time. No, treat one more time.
Okay.
We just like to do 2 before.
All right.
And that one feels okay as you do it. I know you're going to get some tendon stuff.
No, there's no
But,
problems there.
okay, good. And if there ever is problems, all he's got to do is weight bear with a foot in front, which lets him take some weight off of that arm. And he's doing nice. He's not trying to be, his feet way out and make this be a push-up. He's really trying to get the motion aspect of it.
Okay.
Good? All right, the other one we called a 60. Retest it now and see if it's better.
Okay.
That's it, man, right now. How's that feel?
That's much improved.
All right, let's go back to the...
I was actually dreading this.
That was pretty wild.
I was waiting for pain.
Go back and sit in the chair just for a second here. I'm going to... It still cracks me up. I mean, literally,
Yes.
every time it does it. So I'm going to switch cameras here for a second.
Okay. Yeah.
Not for you. Yeah, go ahead and sit down. I'm going to do this. Dave, what would you say it went to?
I'd say I cut in half at least.
Okay, so he did 2 sets of, he probably did 14 reps. And it went down to a 30. Now, you don't have to do this, but I just want to retest the other things. Because, so here's his elbow out to the side that was a 40. I don't do anything yet because they can't see it. And we're going to retest all that stuff and then come back and see how it is now. Notice I'm getting him back into the exact positions he was in when we tested everything else. Slide to the front. Remember this chicken wing one? Raise it up and see how it does now. On the hard side, we don't care about the other ones. Yeah, just like that. You don't have to tighten it up. Just bring it all the way up as far as you can. Dave, you're tilting it. Keep this hand like this. This is what you did before. Just bring it up. Just bring it up like that.
Okay.
Like that. There you go. How's that feel? Now just...
Okay.
Yeah. How's that feel?
With
Bend it though. Just bend it. That's it. Just instead of straight, bend it. Do the exact same motion. How's that feel?
It feels restricted, but not nearly. There's much more range of motion and much less clicking inside.
And again, I didn't repeat on his other stuff. Before he said how much better was he? He said half. He had dropped 50% on the arm press. Here he says he still feels a restriction, but it is better. And why don't you go ahead and do your thing that you said has been problematic. How is it?
It's improved.
Okay. How much? What percent-ish wise?
I'd say maybe third by third.
By a third. Okay, good. So just for kicks and giggles, will you do that left-legged sit to stand? Remember the one that was problematic? Yeah, just it was. He got up, all right? Again, it's no big deal that, he's not used to doing them, so balance is can be a thing. Get over there and do some more arm presses.
Okay. Just start
Yeah,
with
do
that.
2 sets of 10, yeah. Just start with, just do
You
the
want me to test just-
you don't need a test anymore. And I will put him on as he's doing it. And just so you guys see what I'm doing a little bit. So we don't need to watch him do that anymore. But just to come back over here, he said it reduced down to 30. So I'm going to give it a 25. Okay, the bent elbow seemed better. And I have him do 2 sets of 10 to 14, okay? And he's just doing it. It's rule number 1, so if you don't remember the rules, they are, do exercise again. Well, let's go up here. Rules to success, if TMR number improves, do exercise again, the exact same way. And so that's what we're doing. So, within 2 minutes of exercising, within 10 minutes of filming, basically, he's reduced one problem that he didn't know he had, which is the arm press, by 50%. And he's reduced the other one by 30%. Okay, that's significant. So go ahead, Dave, retest. All right, it was a 30. How is it now?
Well, I've increased the degree of difficulty, and I'd say
Good.
it's probably cut down another third.
Okay, so what he said was he's made it more difficult. He noticed his motion is going further, and it still went down another third.
Right.
So I'm going to at least take it down to a 20, all right? And I'm going to go back to the chair, Dave. And again, he's typically filling out this form, but because this all stuff's on the computer and we're trying to show everything. All right, bent elbow, just like this, Dave, on the bad side. Speed looks pretty decent.
Yeah, it's much better.
And he just said, yeah, that's much better. And what happens is, you don't keep doing it, Dave. What you'll notice is that when something improves, the speed just is there all of a sudden, and he got that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send him back. All right, so Dave, you called that a 25. We're obviously trying to head to 0. Instead of keep telling me what percent better, what would you give it now?
Give it 15.
Okay, so it's down to 15. Now, Dave, are you okay doing some more of those wall things? Now, what I'm going to tell you to do is actually, why don't you put a leg through, go ahead and go over there, instead of keeping your legs behind you, because your good arm's starting to get tired.
Right.
All right, put your left leg forward or your right leg forward, whichever one makes more sense to you comfort-wise, and now do the exercise. So it just makes it so he can go all the way through and give yourself space so you can go even further into end range. Instead of being an effort, Dave, let it just be an end range thing. Instead of it being just all this weight that your shoulder's taking, now let it just be there you go. Now he's got not as much effort, but more motion that he's doing as he does it. An incredible exercise that we found for shoulders just is phenomenal. And so with this, you've seen him improve an arm press. With an arm press, you've seen him improve the shoulder, the arm raise with a bent shoulder, and you've also seen it change his sit to stand. And we'd probably go back and look at his leg raise here in a bit too. Now, Dave, you're going to have to get with all those friends that had the surgery, have them see this, and see if they'll still have problems. And that's one of the things is you have people do surgeries, and you ask them to do this weight-bearing one like this, and they'll still have problems. And you can show it to them, show them what to do, and they'll think you work miracles. All right, that's good, Dave. Retest.
With the straight together or the way I did it?
The original test way.
Okay.
And you'll notice, watch his motions change. You'll watch for his speed. Nice. How's it feel?
It's cool. It's gone from pain to being more like a stiffness.
Okay, good. Stop doing it. Come back over to your chair. And so, Dave, we had called it a 20. I'm not saying we're going to get all the way down to nothing, okay? But what would you say it's at now?
I give you a dozen. How's that?
A dozen goes to 12. All right. So, again, he's gone from a 60 to a 12. All right, Dave, now take your elbow out to the side and just raise her up. How's that feel?
It feels much better. Again, it's like it's gone from like a stabbing pain to just more like a dull.
Okay, so what he said, he goes, wow, that feels a lot better. It's gone from a stabbing pain just to a dull discomfort. That's huge. We called it a 15. Again, even though if we said it was a 5, it doesn't mean it's a 5 of nothingness. But what would you say it is?
Cut it in half. Take that
Okay, so he likes little numbers there. And again, each time, sorry, I forgot to put the rules down here. Rules 1, it was working. I'm not going to change anything. This is what people are, oh, let's try this. Let's try a little something different. But it's working. Why? All right, now, I'm done with him. All right? Really, he's got a technique right now that's wonderful. Now, if he's in the clinic, I'm going to switch over screenshots. He knows this stuff, but let's go test his other things now. So, slide to the front of the chair.
Okay.
Do your arm raised. I'll just do it on the bad side, see how it feels. Okay. Now, as you guys stand next to him and see him, and I pay attention very closely, his speed's better. His motion up into this part, last part, is better. Would you agree?
The other thing that's interesting.
Stop doing it. Stop doing it, though.
Oh, yes.
Because we don't want to pull it back out.
Correct. Is the click's gone?
And the click is gone. How many times do you have people that talk about it clicks, it clicks, it clicks? So,
Right.
it's beautiful.
I'm actually amazed at that. I have not had a shoulder raise in the last 6 months without a click. First one.
Good, and he said he hadn't had the non-clicking shoulder in 6 months. Now, I hadn't make you do it, but do your yoga thing.
Okay. Yeah, no click.
No click, feeling good.
No click, no
So
click.
now you know how to fix that one pretty quickly. Go ahead and put your hands on your belly and twist around as far as you can. And again, keep trying to go as far. See, now as he's going through the wall, that is doing and opening up his rib cage and stuff too. And again, you may not be able to see it and stuff, but dramatically different. Now his legs are wanting and his butt's wanting to turn with him. Would you agree?
I agree.
All right, turn and do your leg raise. Turn in the chair.
Okay.
Your left one was the funky one.
Yeah. Just straight up, right?
Yep, just straight up. Okay. Now do the other one. Seems to have a little pull in there, which this may be the next one that we do. He has a nice fluidness on this one, right even at the end. So again, I'm just looking for the next one and having him look for the next one we'd want to do, but that's probably it, right?
Got some hand
But so why don't you retest the sit to stand? Now again, I'm just doing things to show you guys. I don't have to make them retest all this and may confuse them, but by him doing this, it's cementing down what the things are. Now, I might get him to just gently touch a chair, just because he's having that imbalance. There's no big deal. And in fact, I've got even something better if he doesn't use it, but he just uses it for just a little bit of a tension. Is that he can use that? Just a tiny, tiny bit. A tiny bit. Okay, and then try to help. So that's what he could do too. Good.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, and that just gives him a balance point. And try the other side. Now he's off. But that was his good leg before. But again, I'm just letting you guys see something.
Mike, can I try it again?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I just want to see, because I think I was just so stiff. Yeah.
Good.
There you go.
All right, and why don't you try your toe reach, which was just, again, just this. And again, you can hold on to this. Stand up. No, you stand up.
Okay.
Hold that,
Okay.
and just kick out. Or you're just bending your knee, basically, but you're not dropping your butt. Just bending your knee. Bring your knee, this knee over your toes.
Okay, I forget. I'm sorry.
Sure, no, that's okay. Turn, just so they can see. Take a step back.
Okay,
Face that way.
okay,
All right. Now, just stand on, pick up the left leg,
okay.
and just bend this one.
Oh,
Just bend it and put it over the toes. Bring it over the toes. Okay? And kick this leg out front. There you go. That's it.
Okay.
And now the other leg, which this wasn't a problem for you.
No, this was pretty good.
Decent?
Decent.
So we have a leg raise or a sit to stand that we could do with him. But he may say, well, Dag, that arm press is easy. It's not going to fatigue me out. It's helped everything else. Why don't I just do more of that? So I'm going to leave the session with that. I may work with him a little bit more here. But the other thing I'd make him do, leg raise, and he'd just do either reps of leg raise or he'd push it into end range. Hold it, keep going further for 20 seconds. Anything else? That sound good?
That's good.
So I'm going to stop this.